Hello fellow traders, this is Paul Limmel. Get a stock here for you, Warby Parker Inc., WRBY. They make eyeglasses, etc. I believe they're mostly an online service, and pretty good in the base cycle setup on it. But first, before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. It really helps us reach more traders like you and keeps you updated on our latest trading tips. Now, Warby had a pretty strong shakeout coming off of its IPO back in 2021. And as you can see, once it got down in the base, just pretty much chopped between that $10 and about $18 over the last few years. And the good thing about the price action down here, I mean, it's tight and choppy, pretty messy, but is that it held above that $10 psychological price point, which is pretty much telegraphing that it's despite the issues coming off the IPO, it's somewhat of a quality setup because it wouldn't get below that $10 psychological price point. Now the BMI and the base on the breakout right here, for instance, about 50%, and then you had a TM2 cycle on the pullback. Overall cycles coming off of that initial spike off of the shakeout, we had a TM4 cycle set up first, and the TM5 12 to 15 month cycle, and then our key cycle, the TY1 1.5 year cycle, and then an internal TM2, which is the 3.5 month cycle. And you can see here the price squeeze coming in right there because you have the 3.5 cycle right there. You got the 2.5 right here, so you got the lows of a 2.5 month cycle, the TD9 here, and the lows of a 3.5 higher lows, so you got the price squeeze coming in basically like that. And so once you see that setting up, you can also have a $15 psychological price point there, broke out of the $20 psychological price point there. If you're unfamiliar with any of the trading terms I'm using, you can find our club lingo at bigkundentradingclub.club/lingo. Now down on the base here, we kind of like to look at what was the key turning point on the base consolidation. A lot of times it's a breakout to a 6-month high, then a pullback off of that. You had a couple of 6 months high right there. You had a 6-month high there, pullback, and still chopped around. You had another 6-month high, pullback, and still chopped around, although the retest of that held and headed back up. But you didn't really get out of the woods until you printed about a 1.5 year high right there, and then pull back off of that. And the reasoning for that is that you had so much technical damage from the overhead supply back here. Anytime you try to spike up, traders who got burned up here start to try to recover some of their losses, drive it back down. It takes a couple years sometimes to work out extreme technical damage, and that's what happened here. Basically about 1.5 years into the base consolidation, a TM2 cycle, 3.5 month pullback allowed the price to break out. So right now we got basically a pullback into a PBC zone, TD4 cycle, 10 to 13, and I suspect that the price squeeze will hold. You'll have a 1 to 3 cycle here, 10 to 13, which will hold above here. Price squeeze, break out of the highs, be the entry on it. Looks like a pretty good setup right here for a potential, maybe longer term trade into a new super cycle going up. If you're interested in our trading style and want to join the club or get one-on-one coaching, head over to cycletradingtraining.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.